the same person decides to buy two properties, right? And one of the properties, let's say they're both $100,000 homes. One of them is going to be, he's going to put $50,000 in cash down on it and get a separate mortgage. Well, you're going to pay a lower fee because you got 50% equity in the deal. The other one, he just puts the minimum down, 3%. And if you look at the table that we submitted in here as part of this, if you're only putting 3% down, you do have to buy mortgage insurance, right? Because you should. The risk of the default, even for somebody who's multimillionaire, on the property that's got $100,000 mortgage in it and only $3,000 down payment, you owe $97,000 on a $100,000 house, your risk of that mortgage is much higher than your risk on a $50,000 mortgage on another $100,000 property. Same borrower, same person, two different properties, they have different risk, and they should be priced differently. It has nothing to do with the income of the person, but the way that they created this table, it is also tied to your credit score. And that is the other part that's redistributive. It is bad policy. It wasn't well thought out. And our bill simply says, go back and think about it the right way. And we give GAO the mandate to go and do a study. And so then you have to do the rule notice. You know, they did this the wrong way. They implemented the policy, and then they got a bunch of pushback from the market, and they said, you know what, we should get feedback from the public. Well, no, why don't you get feedback from the public up front and then implement the policy? Because we could have told you this was a bad idea. In the minute that we did, they dropped at least the worst idea, which was the debt-to-income portion. They continue to cling to this idea that it already took effect May 1st, and this bill just turns that off. And the idea of turning something off that shouldn't have been turned on in the first place creates some obligation for us to pick up the tab. It's not adding to the deficit. It's a bad score. And at a minimum, the CBO should have to show their work. So I hope it helps build one more piece in the evidence file while we eventually pass my CBO Show Your Work Act.
Well, I just say we deal with this all the time, and I can't tell you the number of high-income borrowers who've got terrible credit scores. They get, for whatever reason, they make a lot of money. They don't pay their bills on time. I will tell you that hourly mechanic who works with us, he got a perfect credit score. Now, he can't make, for the inflation and the things that this administration is doing to this country at this time, no, he's stretched thin now, but he pays his bills on time. Now, he couldn't afford that mechanic I'm talking about couldn't afford a 20% down payment. It's just things are tight now, but he goes into it with his eyes open. He pays a fee, just like that physician who overspends. If with a terrible credit score, he's going to have to pay a higher fee. There's no difference in credit card fees. 36% credit card fees are there because it's risk-based, and you don't have a mortgage. You don't sign a mortgage on a credit card. You walk away. And as Warren says, it's just no incentive. Those who put less down payment it's easy to walk away from. No fault. I mean, and you take that risk if you have the.
There is a new update on Social Security's cost of living adjustment. Experts are now predicting a much smaller benefit decrease, but tomorrow many seniors and retirees will see their second payment of the month. These payments are going to be sent out automatically and will be worth up to $914. My dear friends, can you please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video, especially if you receive Social Security benefits. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dear friends, if you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, dear friends, of winning the giveaways. There is just one day until recipients of the Supplemental Security Income Program will receive a second payment in June, worth up to $914 for individual filers. Millions of Americans depend on Social Security payments to make ends meet. Retired workers are the largest group of beneficiaries, but children, spouses, and disabled individuals may also receive these benefits from the government. While Social Security benefits are initially calculated using a worker's earnings record, monthly payments would quickly lose purchasing power if they never changed. So to prevent that from happening, legislation enacted in 1973 instituted annual cost of living adjustments, which began in 1975. Known as COLAs, these adjustments can vary significantly from year to year. Some say they don't reflect increases in senior expenses. Still, the 2023 Social Security COLA was the largest in decades and was undoubtedly welcome news for older Americans. Most years, the Social Security COLA is an increase in a beneficiary's monthly payment amount, just as workers may receive annual cost of living increases in their wages or salaries. Social Security recipients generally receive a boost in benefits each January. Instead, the COLA is intended to help benefits keep pace with inflation. But on the rare occasion when there is no inflation, Social Security payments will remain flat the following year. The Social Security Act stipulates that the Consumer Price Index, also known as CPI, will be used to determine COLAs, but several variations of the CPI are available. The Social Security COLA is tied to the CPIW, which is the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. This index is calculated by the Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics each month. The Social Security COLA uses the rate of the CPIW in the third quarter of the year to determine the following year's COLA. So that means the 2023 Social Security COLA was calculated by comparing the third quarter CPIW from 2022 to the third quarter CPIW of 2021. If there is an increase in the CPIW, Social Security benefits are adjusted by that percentage. The use of the CPIW is not without controversy, and some people advocate for the Social Security Administration to use a different version of the Consumer Price Index. While the CPIW looks at inflation as it affects certain workers, it does not capture some costs that seem to disproportionately impact seniors. So to address that concern, it has been suggested that the Social Security Administration use the CPIE, which is an experimental measure intended to better reflect the expenses of Americans aged 62 or older. Still, switching to the CPIE would not guarantee larger annual increases for Social Security beneficiaries. For now, it doesn't appear there are plans to change how the Social Security COLA is calculated, and it will likely continue to be based on the CPIW for the foreseeable future. So, dear friends, what do you think that COLA should be based on? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. The Social Security COLA for 2023 was 8.7%. That is the largest increase since 1981, when the COLA was 11.2%. But not everyone received an 8.7% increase in their payment amount. That percentage is applied to retirees' primary insurance amount, which is a benefit that they would receive at their full retirement age. Some retire earlier or later than their full retirement age, which means the increase to their benefits in 2023 could be slightly different from 8.7%. Even those who receive the full 8.7% may find it doesn't adequately cover their increased cost of living. In that case, it may be necessary to consider ways to bridge the gap. Unlike job salaries, which might provide predictable cost of living increases each year, Social Security COLAs can vary dramatically. And because COLAs are tied to the CPI, sadly, they are not guaranteed to increase every year. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. My dearest friends, thank you so very much for being part of this community and for being here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.